In this tutorial, we'll look at setting up your units for your file and also adding annotation and dimension strings to objects. So let's go ahead and start by making a solid box. And the first thing you want to do is actually check the units for your scene and make sure they're set appropriately. So I'm going to go to Tools, Options, and these are all the options that Rhino offers. So you can actually change keyboard shortcuts, display colors. All of that can be found in here. Hatch types, line types, but the ones we're going to look at now are the units and the annotation styles. So let's start with the units. And here you can actually change your model unit. So right now mine's set to inches, but if you prefer to work in millimeters, you can change it to that, or any of these other unit types depending on the size of the object and whether it's metric or English. Next thing you can change is the display distance display. So here we have feet, inches. You can also do it by decimal, so it's really up to you. Once you're done with that, say OK, and let's go ahead and try to make a dimension. So if you go to dimension from the drop down, linear dimension, we can then add a dimension string to the side of that object. You can see that it's not quite the right size, and it's also doing decimal, so we'll have to change that in the annotation style. Also, if you look under dimension, there's other things you can do. You can do an angled or a line dimension. So this will, if your object's not orthographic along the XY plane, you can actually do an angled dimension. Under dimension, you can also do like angle dimension or radial. So a lot of different options here. Areas, for example. But in this case, we're just going to work with this linear. So next thing we want to do is change the style. So you can do that by either going to Dimension Annotation Style or back to Tools, Options. They both take you to the same place, and you want to select Annotation Style. You'll see there's a default current annotation style. We can either edit that or create a new one. In this case, I'll just edit the existing one. And here you can change all of the properties or parameters of that dimension string. So you can see you can change the scale of it if you want. If I change this, it'll just to 2, it would just double the size of everything uniformly, which is sort of an easy way to do it. But you can also come down here and change the font, change the font height. So maybe we make this like 1.75. Text gap, maybe we make it 0.5, a little bit bigger. And then if you go further down, there's different alignment options. You can also change down here under arrows. Right now it's using arrows right here, but you can change that to any of these other types. So maybe dot, for example. And you can change the size of that. So maybe we make it a little bit bigger, maybe 1.5, see how that works. And then if you want to change like how far the line extends, all of that's located here. So I recommend just kind of playing with these values until you're happy with the look of the dimension string. Okay, we'll just go ahead and apply that, and then you can see it automatically updated there. And the next thing I want to change is actually the units here. You can see it's using decimal, and I would like mine to be feet, inches. So I'm going to apply that. And you can see if I say OK, it's now feet, inches. So you can change those styles until you have a style that you like, and then save it. You can actually import that into other files so that you don't have to redo this every time. If there's one particular thing you want to change about one string, you can actually just select that, and instead of changing the annotation style, you can go over here to the Properties panel and change it just for that particular string. So if I want the height on this one to be 2, I can hit enter and it will increase the size just a little bit. You can also change the text that's displayed here. So if I wanted actually to say 2'6" because I don't want that level of precision, I can just type in here 2'6", and it will update that text to reflect the change I've made here. The other thing you can do is actually create text. So if you go down on Dimension to Text Block, you can just start writing text, and you can write whatever you want, and then move that around, and that's just like an object, so you can actually move that object around. You can see it orients according to the view that you're working in as well. So if I create that in the top view, which is what I'd recommend, you can say top view. And now if I go to perspective, you'll see that remains in the top view. Since I made this one in perspective, it'll always kind of align toward the camera, which is kind of a neat feature. The other thing you can do under dimension is a leader. So a leader is basically an arrow. So you'd want to, like, let's say we want to point at the middle point of that box. you can create, by the way, if you hold shift, that'll turn this into ortho mode temporarily, so that'll allow me to create a straight line there, and then I hit enter. When I'm done, this is the text I want to add. You can change the size if you want here and say OK, and you can see that that points at that particular point. And again, you can select that, change the properties if you want the arrow to be bigger over here, or do it within your annotation settings.